You just do. Hello, everybody. It's starting already. Welcome to the Kathie J Show. I'm so happy that you're here to hang out with us today. Thank you so much for being with us. And thank you to everybody that's been subscribing to our YouTube channel, Kathie J. If you haven't, please just go click like, subscribe. You can also find anything that you might have missed at KathieJShow.com. Okay, everybody. Today is one of those shows that you're going to want to share because today's show is all about road rage. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've ever had road rage in the past. My guest is not raising his hand. Okay, in the past, I've been triggered by it. I still get triggered if motorists do certain things, like not saying thank you. So here to discuss this emotional topic with us, I brought in the best, everybody.
Thank you.
Jayson Luber. He's Denver Semper's traffic anger and transportation reporter.
Yes, exactly.
That's a big title, buddy.
Well, it is a big title, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm the first and only traffic anchor transportation reporter for Denver 7.
Yes, right, yes. And I think
16 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so you started in radio here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my first job was actually at K-Big Sports Talk Radio, working as an on-site producer, engineer for Steve and Sandy.
Yeah.
Steve Harms, who used to work here as a sports guy. Sandy Clough, of course.
I know
and,
Sandy Clough.
Irvin Joe.
Yes,
yeah.
that's crazy.
So those guys, yeah, it was great.
I love old school radio talk. Yeah, you're OG with it.
I worked with Pat Miller and with Tracy Ringlesby and Norm Clark and all these other folks that used to come in there. It was great.
And then when did it morph into you doing traffic? And
well, that was because then I was at KS 104 for a short time, and I was at
that's a blast from the past. I have a CD that has KS 1074 on it.
I was then at KOA or at Cozy 101.1, Denver's best light rock variety.
I was interning there at the time when he was there.
And then I was at KOA Radio back in '96. So
crazy.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And so is that when you morphed into being traffic?
Yeah, because I was the anchor on the weekend mornings and was sitting with Desi Cortez on the overnight show. And because we were broadcast to 38 states, and so it was great. We'd get calls from all over the place.
Yeah, right.
It was fantastic.
Okay.
And then I was asked to fill in the helicopter.
That's what I wanted to ask you about.
Yes, and so I got to go fly around in the helicopter. They liked me doing it. I liked doing it. I said yes, and it was great. I'm telling you, it was so much fun.
How many hours do you have logged on that helicopter?
Over 8,000 flying hours.
What?
Which is a lot of flying hours.
That is insane.
Yeah.
How many years is that?
Let's see. It was at least 5 years, 6 years there at KOA. It was another 3 years here at Denver 7th, 4 years or so, because we all the stations now share one helicopter because it's so expensive to operate.
Back in the day, there used to be every station had to have their own helicopter, and it was not safe.
No,
when there was a traffic problem.
Yeah, no,
because then there was traffic with them in the sky.
Right, and the air traffic control people at Denver would say all we see is a big blob because you have about 7 or 8 different aircraft over one incident, and so it's inherently unsafe.
But I hear that the helicopter. I mean, my girlfriend Katie Mitchell, she's on the radio. She does traffic reports all day on KOA, but she got to be in the helicopter. She said it really took a toll on her body just that 4 hours.
It is.
8,000 hours is crazy.
Yes. Well, and it's never just smooth sailing.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of up and down, bouncing around, moving all over the place, and so it can be a little bit hairy.
So you've seen everything when it comes to traffic, hence the reason why you created your segment, What's Driving Me Crazy.
Driving you crazy, yeah. That's right.
So tell me what's one of the worst things that you have reported on?
There was a crash I remember, I can't ever forget this. There was a crash. It was way up north, I-25, up near Johnstown. It was foggy conditions. There were 50 or 60 cars. And I remember there was, because I was up there on the ground, and I went up there, and there was somebody that was pulled out of one of the cars, just airlifted, and their pants that were cut off of their legs still had blood in them and was still steaming, but the person was alive, and it was just so many people were injured. But some of these images, they never get out of your head.
No, hence the reason why you probably don't road rage.
No.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that, everybody, when we come back, because I'm going to share some of my road rage stories with Jayson, and he's going to tell me why they were wrong. We'll be back. Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. Today we're hanging out with Denver 7's traffic anchor and transportation reporter, Jayson Luber.
Oh, thank you. This couch is really weird.
I know. I'm sorry. It's a cool couch. Who gets to say
I'm
they
a
have
big guy in a little couch. I can't.
Big guy in a little couch. Okay, so Jayson, road rage.
Yes.
Okay, so you have never experienced road
No,
rage
I
yourself.
do. Look, I get frustrated behind the wheel too, but I don't act out on it. And I think that's what road rage is really. It's acting out on that frustration that people have with some other driver or the situation that they can't control.
And you're absolutely right. And so going into it, everybody needs to remember, you don't know what's happening in that car.
Right.
You don't know what kind of day they've had.
Right.
Or where they're going.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why when you instigate this car and I are about to get into it, you better be prepared.
I always think that maybe they're driving to go see Grandma at the hospital before she's done,
I think that too. Or I think maybe they're going to catch their man cheating real fast and I'm going to get out of their way.
I like to think the better of life.
You're very sweet. I go for the cheating. Okay, but there is a difference between road rage and aggressive driving.
Yeah, well, they can be linked both together.
Okay, they start as aggressive and turns to road rage?
It can be both, yes. No, I mean, I think aggressive driving is part of road rage. Whether you're tailgating or weaving in and out and you're slowing down somebody because you think they shouldn't be in that lane.
Oh my God, why is it your job to tell me how fast to drive? Get out of the way.
Exactly, so all of that. And so I think all of those merge into you like that, into aggressive and dangerous and road rage driving.
Okay, can you? Because there's a lot of people, like even sweet little Mary the Greek, Mother Mary,
sure.
She has admitted that she has cursed at another driver and stuff, but she never takes it to the point where now there's eye contact and we're going down the road together.
I just like to use my brains, if you will, and say, I'm going to outsmart this other driver. And just a perfect example, I get onto I-25 heading south there at University.
Yes.
And the way you have to do it, you have to merge over, but there's people that come in and won't let you merge in. Okay, fine. I'll let you go. I'll slow down a little bit, pull in behind you, move over one, and then I'll pass you.
Yeah, right.
So I am ahead of you already, and you didn't let me in.
Okay, but here's the problem.
I'm okay with that.
They need to be told that they don't know how to merge. No, they need to be told that all they had to do was slow down a little and let me merge in properly.
Turn the other cheek.
Oh, live and let live. No, okay, so because there is something about
it's hurting you, Kathie. That's what it's doing. It's getting.
They need to know that I'm not the one, Jayson.
Look at you. Look at you right now. It's you that are getting your blood pressure up. It's you who are going to suffer the heart attack.
I know, you're right.
Not them.
But there is a psychology about it. Like when we get behind the wheel, it's like it turns into our obstacle that we can now shove into other obstacles.
Well, you have your own personal space, right?
Yes, right. This is me.
Everybody has their own personal space. They extend that when they get into their car.
Right. Yes, exactly.
And that becomes their personal space. So when somebody pulls in front of you, even though you could be going another 5 miles and it doesn't mean a hill of beans difference to how fast you're going to get to your destination, they're in your space.
Yeah.
And therefore you're upset.
Well, they pulled in and they weren't going as fast as
It's not like you're at the bank and somebody just pulls in front of you right before you get to the teller.
Yes.
It's something different. I mean, yes, they are cutting in front of you.
Yes.
But it's okay. Think of it this way. Think of it as a donation to life. You're donating your space to that person, and therefore you get the benefit.
No, that's not how I'd see it.
Okay. All right.
I love you, Jayson.
I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to help you, Kathie. Trying to help you.
We all had to take the same driving course. We all had to learn that the left lane is for passing. We all had to learn how to merge. Why are we not forgetting it? Sometimes I'm in a mood where you have just hit my button and I'm about to tell you what we learned in school.
It's not that we didn't learn it. We just don't care about it.
That's a good point.
The thing.
That's a good point.
They know it.
That person that didn't let you merge, they didn't care.
No,
That's
exactly.
why you need to tell them.
No.
I'm kidding. Okay, Jayson. Oh my God. All right. When we come back, everybody, more of the situations on the road that drive me crazy, and Jayson's going to say how they are supposed to actually happen.
Okay.
The Colorado Lottery is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Colorado Lottery, play on. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. Today, I am so honored that we have Denver's traffic expert and Denver 7's own transportation reporter. This is Jayson Luber, everybody. Y'all know him. Yeah. And you have the things that drive you crazy segment. I love that. And it's so popular, it's turned into a podcast as well now.
I've had the podcast for 5 years now, and it's been really good. It's really morphed into a lot of interviews, and I do a lot of interviews with transportation newsmakers, if you will, and other people, and it's really fun. fun because I get to spend about 45 minutes to an hour with some of these folks and get into topics that normally you can't do in a short minute, 2-minute TV segment.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to, the Kathy J Show, I had to extend topics because I hated 3 minutes.
It's called Driving You Crazy. You can get it on any podcast app or online.
There you go. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, so let's talk about the things that drive me crazy.
Okay.
So let's start with the big one. Driving slow in the fast lane.
Yes.
The left lane is for passing.
It is, especially in Colorado. The law is basically 65 miles an hour or higher speed limits in mostly the rural areas.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? No, I'm kidding.
You're supposed to be in the right lane to drive. The left lane is for passing. Now, in a congested area like Denver, then there isn't. It's not really enforced.
Whoa.
And most of the speed limits around Denver are under 65.
Okay, wait. So the law for the passing lane only applies if it's 65 or over?
65 and over.
Speed limit?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I must have missed that in school.
Yes, you must
because
have.
Even if there's 2 lanes, I think of the lanes.
Right.
If there's 2 lanes, that means you need to get over and leave
and
one available to pass.
Yes.
So that could also be under 65.
Well, no. Being courteous, yes.
Okay. So being courteous. So that's a good rule. If it's over 60, use that as the rule.
Yes.
Wherever you are.
And it's more the rural areas, yes.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, what about
oh, here we go.
The merging, the zipper effect.
Oh, the zipper merge,
I know the zipper effect, but so this is just video from the other day.
Okay.
Arapahoe Road. So you see that car in front of me?
You might be right. Revere Parkway or so?
He's pulling out to block the car that's coming up to zipper.
All right. So what you were supposed to do here, in this instance, he's doing it right.
Which one? The red car
No,
that
the
passed
pickup
me.
truck is not doing it right.
No, he's not.
The red truck is actually doing it right. You go up to the choke point. You go up to the merge point. Both lanes. You use both lanes, and that's where you merge.
Okay.
Don't merge early. Just like if you're in the ski lift line, you don't merge early, do you?
No.
You merge at the point you're supposed to merge, at the ski lift line. It's that simple. Do it on the roads.
Did you see how worked up you're getting right now, Jason?
Well, that one frustrates me, as well as because it's the same thing about continuous lanes. When you're coming off some highways, you'll have a continuous lane that is a lane dedicated for you to drive a little bit and then merge over. You don't stop off the highway ramp.
Oh, why
you
do
keep
people
going
stop
and then
off
you
the
merge.
highway?
It's not that hard.
You're absolutely right. So
follow the paint lines on the road, and they will usually direct you exactly how you need to go.
Okay, sounds easy. But again, push yourselves up to the choke and then start merging after one.
And then it's supposed to go like a zipper. That's why you call it the zipper merge.
And that's more effective. That actually shows that traffic moves faster.
About 30% more effective than just everybody merging the way they want to. Yes.
Wow.
But everybody has to be on board, and that's the problem. It'll never work because we can't get everybody to agree on anything anymore. And so the zipper merge is hopefully doomed to failure.
And which is sad because I'm all about the zipper, but I do get people that try to cut me off, and I'm like, you know what, this is good. But 4 out of 5 drivers are distracted, and you see it. I mean,
I see it all the time.
Right, we're eating tacos.
Yeah.
We're
okay.
fajitas.
All right,
we're putting it all together while we're driving. But anything goes on, right? You've heard reports of everything.
Oh yeah, no. And if you drive anywhere and you're looking at the inside of somebody's car, the first thing they do is pick up their phone and they start looking at it right at the stoplight, right?
Yes.
That's what they're doing, and they just can't put it down for whatever reason. I'll see it driving down the interstate. It's really frustrating, but that is the major distraction, obviously. Fuddling with your radio, fuddling with the kids in the car. That is also another distraction. All of those are major distractions.
So you have to remember that that's what's happening in all the cars around you as you're driving, thinking that everyone is paying attention. Because there's been times, Jason, that I've gone to get into road rage with somebody, got up on them and realized they didn't even realize that they were affecting me.
Right, exactly.
Which made me more mad.
And nor do they care. That's why I say to you, calm down.
I have learned to shut it down.
Easy.
But I remember being a child, being in the car with my father road raging on Riverdale, old school Riverdale Road,
sure.
and passing,
north,
and he's probably passing people in heaven. Like it's just part of how I grew up. Okay, so let's talk about this other one. Okay. So traffic, rush hour's happening, right?
Yes,
We're all backed up.
Okay.
Well, it looks like rush hour's starting to move now.
Yes.
Why are you leaving all those car lengths in front of you? Let's go with rush hour. Why is see this? Look at this car length this person left.
That's
Look, it's a
okay.
huge car length, Jason.
That's okay.
No,
You're not
it's
going
not
anywhere.
okay.
All right, was
No.
this at a stop sign
Okay,
or
this
light,
is-
or
this
is
is
this
at a-
just in bumper-to-bumper
Okay,
traffic?
that was actually a stop sign with
Stop.
bumper to bumper.
That's
That was
okay.
a
Well,
wrap
all
around.
right. Then what's the problem?
Okay, you know what the problem
You're not
is?
even in that lane.
You know why? Because I got around him finally, because that's how he drove too. He left 2 car lengths in front of him the whole time.
Well,
going
he
down
wants to
Arapahoe.
be safe.
What bothers me though, Jason, is by him doing that, you're now preventing and being rude and keeping
Yeah,
somebody
right.
behind
You
you
could, that's
from
true.
turning into a turn lane
That
or
is true.
catching that light or, you
Yes.
know, that's too
Keep
much.
up with the flow of traffic.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's too much
Yes.
of a car length, correct?
Yes. Well, that could be, but in some instances, look. You
I
know,
should roll my
but
window
you're right.
down and tell him, right?
I would bet that person was probably either reading something or picked up their phone and wasn't paying attention to how far they were away from
No,
that other
they
car.
drove like that the whole way down to Arapahoe. That's
Because
why
they
I
were
got
probably
him.
reading on their phone
You're absolutely
your
right.
webpage the whole time. They're trying to fiddle around and watch the Kathy
I
J
love
show
you. I love you,
on their
Jason.
phone as they're, you know.
You know what else bothers me and drives me crazy? When I let someone in, because I totally am a courteous driver. I'm a defensive driver. I see everything when I'm driving. The people that don't say thank you.
Right. The courtesy wave. It needs to
You
come
know what?
back.
That courtesy wave will diffuse the situation faster
Yes,
than anything.
it will.
I have cut people off and done this,
Yes.
and the bumper pulls off.
Right.
Of me.
I did
Like,
that, you know,
just
inadvertently.
wave, everybody.
You do that, and you just wave to somebody, thank you very much.
Yes.
And it used to be a thing. When I first came to Denver in the early 90s, it used to be this. Everybody would wave, everybody would drive about 60, 55, 60 miles an hour, and everybody would say, you bet. I mean, that was the whole thing. That was Colorado back in the early 90s.
You bet.
We've lost the you bet.
We've lost it.
We lost it.
And you can't get anywhere
And
in
you
15
lost
minutes.
the wave, and you lost all of it. Yes.
I think a universal like this would be
Yes,
fine. I
right.
think this is fine, everybody.
Just make sure all 5 fingers are seen.
That's exactly right.
That's what I'm concerned about. That do you see all the fingers?
5.
Do you see all of them?
I don't want any mess.
No.
All right, coming up after the break, everybody, we got some tips to avoid the road rage if you find yourself followed by me.
Oh yes,
We'll be back.
exactly.
Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathy J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law, what makes us different makes us better. Welcome back to the Kathy J Show, everybody. Jayson Luber's been hanging out with us this half hour. Yay!
Yay.
All right, so Jayson, according to the
Thanks, Kermit.
AAA, they said 80% of people have reported being aggressive last year.
Yeah.
Drivers. That's crazy, and that's just even cursing or honking.
Well, yes, and
Yeah,
that's what it is.
right.
People just get so frustrated. They don't know how to handle it. They're in their car. They think they can do anything in their car and not be seen because,
Yes.
you know, it's an extension of themselves.
Yes.
That's why they pick their nose in their car because they think nobody can see them.
Yes,
We can see you.
We can see you. And it is very serious. I mean, everything we've been laughing about this half hour, like fatalities happen
Yes,
from road
they
rage.
do.
This is a very serious situation.
Especially if you're going really fast, because right now during the after the pandemic, people tend to drive faster now.
Yes.
And that has been a problem since really March, April, May of 2020. And it's becoming more and more. You have less enforcement, people driving faster. They feel comfortable in these cars because their cars are designed to go faster. And then when they
Yes.
get into a wreck, the violence is much more intense because when you hit somebody at 70 or 75, way different than 40 or 45 miles
Yes,
an hour.
you're absolutely right.
And it makes a world of difference.
You said there's 2 big things that really get you.
Oh, yeah. When people are driving in a school zone
Yeah.
with the school zone flashing, right?
Come on, everybody, there's kids
that
around.
Really, yes, exactly.
Yes. Our kids,
right.
your kids.
And in construction zones,
Yes.
because those workers deserve to be able to go back to their families as well. And you're zipping in through there.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention to how fast you're going right next to somebody who's working for your road.
Yeah, oh no, it bothers me. I did road
Yeah.
construction, and people, I
Right.
was the slow stop sign,
Yes,
and people
yes.
do not listen, and I'm like, this is for your safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one lady ignored me and went through and got tar on her car, and I was like,
Nice.
that's your fault.
That's-
Okay, but road rage. Okay, so this
Yes.
was kind of funny when I was looking up on how to diffuse road rage.
Okay.
Okay, so they said before you diffuse it, start with yourself, like you said.
Yes, yes,
Get
yes.
a good night's sleep. Be well rested. Don't be
Nobody
late.
gets that. Yes.
Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Don't be late is a big one.
Yeah.
My wife is notoriously late. Oh
We're-
my goodness. She'll be late to her own funeral. She is.
Me
She
too.
is late all the time.
All the time.
And then
right.
having to rush.
Yes, so I am. So I don't need you in the way,
Right.
keeping 2 car lengths in front of you when I got to catch that light.
Because you think that I have to go. Just if you're a few minutes late, it's okay. Really, the only time you're going to save speeding is over long distances. If you're driving from here to, let's say, I don't know, Omaha, yeah, and you're
You can
going
make up
between,
speed.
if you're going 85 compared to 75, yes, you're going to be making up time. But if you're driving from University Boulevard to the Denver Tech Center and you're going 85 compared to 75, you're saving maybe 2 minutes.
What? You're crazy. That drives me crazy.
It's all time and distance.
It is, okay. All right, you're right. I hate passing somebody, and then they catch up to me in traffic a little bit later. So, all right, I do want to tell everybody that I looked up insurance. Most road rage is not covered at all by insurance.
Well,
most insurance,
they have to
zero
prove
coverage.
it.
Oh, okay.
You have to prove that.
All right.
And how are you going to prove it?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Now, this was the diffusing part. Let's get to that. So they said immediately, if you find yourself in road rage with people, everybody, you should immediately move over. Move out of the way.
Yeah, right. No, just
I mean,
fuse
the
yourself.
fact that was the first thing, like, that would be not common sense to me.
Just think about if you're in the line for whatever at the movie theater for popcorn, right? And somebody just zips in front of you and grabs the popcorn ahead of you. You're okay.
Bam!
No, you don't have to knock it out of their hand and then,
Okay, so they said move out of the way.
And then you just move on with your life.
It's called leave and let live.
Yes.
Okay, so they also said don't make eye contact with the person.
I like that.
And then turn on classical music.
Oh, that always puts my babies to sleep. Always.
Do you think that you should
Always.
turn on classical music? What should you do in the car?
Well, see, it's like me. I'm the opposite. If you start playing Christopher Cross or something like that, it makes me angry.
Oh. That kind of
the soft music makes me just bonkers.
Finally, we know what gets his grinds. Jayson, I can't thank you enough for being here today.
Is that
thank
it?
you. Yes, we got like 30 seconds left.
Okay.
Everybody out there, this is Jayson Luber.
Thank you.
Please, his podcast is
Driving You Crazy.
There you go, everybody. And you can find me at KathieJShow.com. Remember, be nice to each other because we are pushing 3,000 tons at each other.
Exactly.
Yes, at 65 miles an hour.
Can't we all just...